Well, it's been almost 10 years since a Fulton woman was shot and killed in her own home, and her murderer is still on the loose.
I got the chance to speak to police on the progress of the unsolved case and how anonymous tips are leading them closer to justice.
Detective McKee says it's been a long year, but police are making progress in the case. He tells me he believes it may be solved in the next couple months.
That was almost 9 years ago. In the summer of 2005, 28-year-old Shawnda Reed was shot and killed in her Fulton home. Her 2 young children found her in her bed. The shooter was never caught.
You don't expect it to be somebody that you ever knew, and especially somebody like her.
Shawnda Reed, whose maiden name was Sloat, was a stay-at-home mom. Police found nothing suspicious at the crime scene. There was no burglary, no drugs involved, just a brutal murder.
She is remembered as a very gentle, very kind soul, a protector, and she was very happy and she's beautiful.
It's been almost 10 years since Shawnda Reed was gunned down in her own home. Investigators say they are closer to finding her killer, but they need your help. In the last few months, police have gotten a spike in possible leads. Since Shawnda was killed in 2005, investigators have followed up on almost 400 leads. Many of those come from anonymous tips called into the Callaway County Crime Stoppers. And to them, no detail is too small.
It's kind of like a puzzle. We're putting together a puzzle, and that small detail might be the one puzzle piece that brings it all together that helps the investigator work towards an arrest and/or a conviction in a crime.
We just need more information, and I think there's people out there that could help us.
Crime Stoppers is a completely anonymous way to give investigators tips on a crime without getting involved in the case. If the information you provide leads to an arrest, there's usually a cash reward.
Your name, your face, any pertinent information is never asked for and never given to the person that answers the phone.
Shawnda's family and friends are hoping more tips will help investigators seal the case for good.
I want closure for her family, so there's no more doubts, there's no more limbo that I'm sure that they've been living in all this length of time.
There's now a Facebook page dedicated to Shawnda. It's called Justice for Shawnda. For that link and more information about the Callaway County Crime Stoppers, visit our website, connectmanmissouri.com. It's really interesting reporting on a cold case, but they're still so active in investigating it that they couldn't tell me much, you know? So it was hard to ask questions because they really couldn't reveal much.
A lot of time DNA evidence, which they still save, is useful years later. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Or other people coming forward that wouldn't do it either.
Yeah, and a lot of people I talked to wanted to make sure that her maiden name was, you know, released so that maybe that could spark, you know, a thought in somebody's head. And, you know, no detail, like I said, is too small.
So they seem optimistic?
Okay.
Yep,
they're hoping to solve it soon.